Ladies and gentlemen, WWE superstar John Cena.
Hello. Some familiar faces from earlier. How was everyone? I gotta get this out of the way. Being serenaded by Kid Rock is wonderful, but this is Q&A time. So, welcome to WrestleMania 30. We'll cut to the chase. You guys have heard from everybody else. You got questions, I got answers. Fire away, right in the purple shirt. Respect, because I think if you learn the quality and the value of respect, the other two will follow. Front row. About me, always behind my back. I kid. No, I had talked to a bunch of folks about that. This is a pretty definitive statement. I like this one. Yes. We spoke about the T-shirt. Yes.
We did speak about the T-shirt in New York. Now I see you wearing the shoes. If you can, just tell us again. It's the Never Give Ups.
Yeah, these are going to be available in retail probably in July. After 10 years of wearing various brands, they finally realized I guess I deserve my own shoe. And they do glow in the dark, so if you get lost or if you're staggering off of Bourbon Street trying to find your way home, at least you can see your feet in front of you. Yep. Man, if he had beat me last year, I'd say pretty good, but last time we met, I defeated him, so I don't know. Certainly a good friend of mine, but not one I would put in my back pocket and count on his support. Either one, yes.
Talk about working with someone like Ray Wyatt,
I love these type of matches. I love the event, whether it's a once-in-a-lifetime, like the scenario I had with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or I think back to 10 years ago, where I stepped into Madison Square Garden, a young, know-nothing punk kid, against the world's largest athlete and bona fide veteran in the Big Show, Paul White. And he was so happy to be able to give me a chance to show the world what I could do. This is a great stage for that. I've said on programming before that the future of the business will come through me, and I mean that. I'm so happy that we have a locker room more than ever now of young, hungry superstars who want to take that top spot. I'm just not going to give it up too easy. Yes. All members of the Shield, all members of the Wyatt family. Daniel Bryan, of course, Antonio Cesaro. If you've watched NXT, and judging by hoping you've subscribed to the WWE Network by now, you have. Sami Zayn, Neville, the Champ, Bo Dallas. The list goes on and on. There's a group of very talented guys, and talent is one thing, but application of talent is another. And these guys, it must be something they're teaching them down there in NXT. These guys are coming up hungry, and they want to succeed here, which is good. Yes? I told somebody about this earlier. Two things I've learned since I've been here in the WWE. One, show up to work on time. And two, do not mess with The Undertaker around WrestleMania. So he's done pretty good. Until he loses, I'll bow out of that one. Way in the back. This city is built to host WrestleMania. This city is built to host any event. But the good thing about New Orleans, the way the city is structured, the Dome is walking distance from everything. And all the hotels are walking distance from everything. We've been in a lot of great cities, we have, and we've had a lot of great events. But a lot of times, where you stay is miles from a convention center, is miles from the arena, is miles from the stadium. So you're, in a rental car all the time or trying to rely on public transportation. New Orleans is great because you can enjoy the city by foot. You can walk into the Superdome. You can walk out, and when you walk out, you enjoy the life. And it's not just availability of social activity. It's the people here, the hospitality, the food. This city is built on showing people a good time. And with WrestleMania, usually 70% of our audience or more is non-domestic. So hopefully we're doing New Orleans justice as they do us. It's a great city to host an event, and we're bringing a whole hell of a lot of people in to enjoy a great city. Yes? Rough question. I think the WWE is doing all that it can to make sure that its superstars are well taken care of. We've eliminated direct contact to the head in many cases, which sacrifices a lot of suspenseful action at times for the well-being of its superstars. As far as I go, I just try to play by the rules. The WWE will set their standards, and their standards are set to protect our athletes, and all you can do is follow them. Yes. Just saw Wolf of Wall Street, so I think this time I'm gonna.
Two more questions.
In the back.
You talk a lot about your legacy. This match is about the legacy for your life.
Yes.
What is in your future? You've accomplished so much. You've accomplished so many goals and so many things. What else is that?
First of all, thank you for the kind words. Second of all, when I say legacy, I say what I've built here in the WWE. Every time you have a match, you make an impression. And you guys will find out tonight that I'm not exactly New Orleans' favorite son. Some people will like me, some people won't like me. But I think what's fascinating about what I've done here is I've always stuck to my guns. I've always been open, honest, had conversations like this, just like, you know, we're talking and hanging out. I don't really hide anything. My life is an open book, even more so now with Total Divas available while WrestleMania is going on, so y'all better DVR it tonight. And as these new talent come up, there is no shame in losing to a better opponent. There isn't. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. The shame in tonight, for me losing, is this young man wants to make a statement that I'm a liar. And he wants to put on notice everything that I've tried to work with. Every conversation we've ever had, every question I've ever answered is false. And once the lights go out, there's a bad Santa behind this curtain. It's not really me. And that's another thing. That's where it gets personal. And tonight, when I say I fight for my legacy, like I said, I don't mind losing to The Rock. You know, I don't mind being defeated by if it's a new and up-and-coming superstar. But when their motive is that to destroy what I've built, that's not sportsmanship. That's not class. That's not the right way to do things. So that's what's on the line for me tonight, to make a statement not only that truly the future comes through me, but it certainly isn't going to be somebody as trash-talking as Bray Wyatt.
Last question.
Maybe. Well, I always judge our moments of excitement by the excitement of the audience. And you know me, I'm a bit polarizing. Usually they want to tell me to go to hell sometimes. When I was in that mask and just sitting there in that mask and the excitement was just building and I took that mask off, I compare it to a moment in Madison Square Garden where I surprised everybody by coming back for the Royal Rumble. And I came back and I stood out there and everyone's like, this is great. Oh, that's John Cena, boo. Like, it was one of those things. It was truly, and anytime you can take your audience on a ride like that, it's fun for everybody. I thought it was a great moment. I hope, I know the live audience enjoyed it. I hope everybody at home enjoyed it as well. Yes. Mr. T loves his mom. That's pretty safe to say. Yes. Man, that's good. That's tough too. Yeah, right now it's Scooby-Doo. That's tough because we get inspiration from films so much. Films tell stories, and so do we. We tell live stories. That's a difficult question. You know what? I couldn't even pick a top 5 or a top 10. Certainly, The Marine is on the list of movies that were made. I'll tell you what, I'm about to score points with a very beautiful woman by saying this. My favorite film is The Notebook. Yes? News to me. Sting's coming to WrestleMania next year? Well, this is good news because I have exactly 1 year to take face painting lessons from Goldust so I can be prepared at Santa Clara next year. Yes? Ooh, I always say I'm easy to find. you know, every pay-per-view, every Monday night. If it is to be again, I would love to do it again. I thought we had two great matches with 2 great years of build-up. But when you have the opportunity to do once in a lifetime twice, I'd be lucky. I'd be lucky to have it again. It'd be a blessing if it could. Yes. No, usually they call me out for being a grown man wearing jorts. That's usually all they call me out for. Yes. I truly appreciated the kind words. I think he's in a difficult position personally and professionally. I think there's so much he wants to say about his career, but I wish he could take into perspective last night. There was a sold-out New Orleans arena to see him. If that's not a testament that you deserve to be in that Hall of Fame, then nothing else is. But it must be, I'm not in that position, so I can't speak for him. I just hope he understands that everybody last night came to see him, and that's very flattering. Yes. Don't like snakes, so Jake's out. Mr. T did pretty well in WrestleMania 1 as far as putting WrestleMania on the map, so he's in the list. You know, I actually had the opportunity, if my memory serves me correct, to wrestle Lita with one hand tied behind my back. So I got to wrestle a member of that class, and it was Lita, and it was a fantastic match. Yes, way in the back. You're welcome. Yep. Oh, absolutely. I hope the Latino community saw the Hall of Fame last night, because Carlos Colon spoke very highly of both the Puerto Rican and Latino community. We are truly represented here at WrestleMania. Latinos are very strong here at WrestleMania, and we have an enormous following the world over. I just hope they enjoy the event tonight as much as every single nationality that'll be watching. Yes, in the back. She's just going to kill me right now. I did. I consciously lived in stealth mode for over a decade, and was very specific on letting the people see John Cena on TV only. And then I went and did something stupid like fall in love, and that ruined everything for me. But no, I think I thought about the show a lot. I wanted it to be as successful as it could. So for Nicole, I certainly was going to do it. But at the same time, you know, I pay attention to my critics. And a lot of my critics say, you're not developing as a character. You've become stale. You've become monotonous. So when I don't want to say held back, but when I have to play within the creative restrictions of WWE and do my best at it, a great way for me to show another dimension of myself is to shut the cameras off and show me in real life. So it took some long decisions, but I'm glad I did. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes. I guess she's the one that helps me deal with the audience's temper at times. I guess patience becomes a virtue. Sometimes she can be a little fiery, but I love her to death. Yes. You guys are in for an awesome show tonight. I think the Shield 6-man is going to be unreal. Don't sleep on the Battle Royal. I think you're going to see some young guys step up in the Battle Royal. I'm pulling for Daniel Bryan. I hope he gets it done, because if we remember, he asked for these matches. He asked for the match against Triple H, and he asked to be in the championship match. So if he doesn't, he kind of lost on his own terms, and I know what that feels like when I called out The Rock and lost in Miami. Eesh. But I think it's an awesome card all the way around. I truly think the show, nose to tail, is going to be great. Yes. Man, that was one thing about the Hall of Fame. I thought Glenn Jacobs-Kane spoke unbelievably of Paul Bearer, and I got to meet Paul's sons when Paul actually passed. His sons came to a few of the broadcasts. They had such great stories about their dad. In retrospect, I wish they had more time to tell some of the great stories, because he was a great manager and he was great professionally, but he was also a great person. And when Glenn Jacobs talked about he created these relationships with total strangers who just shared the common interest that we all have here today, sports entertainment. He truly did that. He was one of the people instrumental in keeping an eye on me when I was in Kentucky. And he genuinely cared. He was always, there to give me positive reinforcement or give me advice if something negative were to happen. He was a great human being and was great to the industry. We lost a great one in him. Yes? That sucked. Flat out. That sucked. I'm about to win, lights go out, and then I'm tied up, which without a safe word is a problem. And then I got a sheep mask on. We've all been there before, right? That was a bit different. Okay, last question. Yes. She is a very esteemed member of the sports and entertainment community. And not only that, she's a beautiful and wonderful lady. And I feel that she became distant from her second true love, her first being her husband, and her second being this business. And I just offered a hand to reach her out to bring her back to where she belongs. I'm glad she's here. I'm glad she's here at WrestleMania. I'm glad she's here every year with me at the Hall of Fame. And I know she looks forward to these days every year. So she needs to be here. Guys, I hope you enjoy WrestleMania. I'm out.